Okay, when they run out of the tunnel, we introduce ourselves, right?
Here come your Petaluma Trojans. Running onto the field. 2 minutes till game time. My name is Luca Palermo, and my partner is here.
I am Aaron Rangebar. I'm really excited here to be under these Friday night lights with you here, Luca.
Thank you very much. We have a great homecoming high school football game here in Petaluma, California on a beautiful night. Perfect weather for some really good football.
By the way, I have a question. Who do you think is going to absolutely take over this team on this Trojans offense or defense?
Man, you got 3 great running backs in this rush-heavy offense. If you've never watched Petaluma Trojans football, you're in for a surprise. No passing offense at all. We have 3 very talented running backs in the backfield. Evan Clark, Jonah Crichton, and Brody Stevens, 3 very talented running backs that can do a lot of stuff in that backfield, especially with the triple option.
I really think that Evan Clark is going to absolutely take down this Grizzlies defense. And I'm really excited to see what he can do in this game. Our quarterback, great handoffs, great command over this offense. I'm really excited for this game. How about you, Luca?
I'm very excited as well as we watch the handshakes in midfield. Out there at midfield are our captains. Number 0, Brody Stevens, a running back we talked before. Evan Clark, number 4, right next to him, the other running back. Number 56. Charlie Renati, guard and D tackle, also a senior. And then finally the starting quarterback, number 7, senior Aiden Wirtz. Those are your Petaluma Trojan captains.
And they're in the center of the field figuring out who gets balls first.
Simple coin toss. Of course, we don't have any cameras on the field, so we won't know who won it until we go on kickoff. But we are ready for some football.
Who do you predict?
Of course, we're with Petaluma High School, so got to root for the Trojans. But man, this Trojan team has been real good this season. 4-2 on the year, 2 close losses, 1 to Annalee in a shootout in a game that were both the combined score was over 100, and then a loss to a really good Redwood team, but 4 dominant wins.
You know, last year I wasn't very interested in the Trojans, but this year, since their absolutely great record right now, they are 4-2, which is just like making everybody in this Petaluma High School want to watch some football. So let's see what they can do in this game.
First up, here's our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes
I got goosebumps. Nothing gets me hyped for some football in our national anthem.
It is the theme song of America. What else is American? American football. So let's see what these Trojans can do to obliterate these Grizzlies.
So it does seem that the Trojans lost the coin flip, so they will kick off to the Grizzlies to start this game.
Unfortunately, I was predicting some Trojan luck here, but unfortunately, I was wrong. So the Trojans will be receiving.
Thankfully, though, this does mean that at halftime the Trojans will get the ball, so some time, some clock management could really give them advantage towards the halfway point of this game.
The kicker today is going to be Dalton Shaw. He was leading the PAT stats. Honestly, such a great kicker. We're glad to have him on the Trojans.
Yeah, he's been damn near perfect this season, only missing one extra point and hitting 70% of his field goals. Especially for a high school kicker, that's damn good.
All right, here he comes. This game is going to start now.
Ball's in the air. Great kick, pretty deep around the 10-yard line. Received well by the Grizzlies. Oh, what a hit. Oh, but the Grizzlies find a hole. He finds a gap. He's keep going, and he's knocked down just past the 45. A great return for the Grizzlies.
Honestly, the Grizzlies with that great return there, but I have to highlight Dalton Shaw's kick there. Not many kickers can kick it that deep. We're glad to have him on this roster.
Grizzlies will start this game on the 44-yard line. Just over 60 yards to the goal line. Now, if I'm being honest, I'm not familiar with this Grizzlies offense. I have not seen them play, so this is completely new. Safe.
It means it's better safe than sorry. That's all I can say, right?
Handoff. He finds a gap. Oh, he finds a hole. Tripped up, and he makes the tackle.
On the tackle. On the tackle was Jack Hoygia.
A big run to start for this Grizzlies offense. A 30-yard gain, and they're up past the 45, on the opposite 45. Set up now with the 32.
I mean, on our last stream, the JV team for the Grizzlies unfortunately had a blowout, but the Trojans became victorious. So I'm looking for that luck here.
A great first play for the Grizzlies, and here's the fake jet sweep. Quarterback takes it. He finds a gap. He's out of hole, but he's wrapped up after a small gain. It won't be a first down, but a good gain on first down.
The main similarity I noticed between these Grizzly offenses from the JV and the varsity is that they love these fake jet sweep runs. It's their main move, and hopefully this Trojans defense will be able to adapt.
High formation now for the Grizzlies. Two in the backfield. Quarterback under center.
He pops up, pops back down, he's ready to play.
Here's another handoff, and wrapped up quickly and taken down.
Number zero, Brody Stevens. Great tackle here. Already had some good moments before the game. Lots of pats on the helmet, lots of hugs, lots of head taps. You know, he's just a very loved player on this Trojans team.
And that wrap up there brings it to a 3rd and short now for the Grizzlies. They are in field goal range, so we'll see how aggressive this Grizzlies offense will be.
I'm excited to see what this Trojans defense is capable of. Honestly, I haven't been to any games this year except for this one, so I'm pretty excited.
This Trojan defense has held up well against bad teams, but against good offenses, they haven't been great. Quarterback keeps it and gains a few. There's a flag on the play in the backfield. We'll see what it's for, but not sure if the quarterback getting the first down on that run by itself.
One more thing is that how you know the game is started is when the whole student section starts standing up, and that's what they're doing right now. Isn't that right, Luca?
We got a great student section here. Really rooting for this Trojan team. And it does seem to be a holding on the Grizzlies, so that'll move them back to a very far 3rd and 11 now. now for the Grizzlies, so if they don't gain yards here, could be a missed field goal if they go for it.
Yeah. Let's see what they can do here, though.
Heavy set. 2 running backs in the backfield. Motion out. Looks to be a fake screen, slant to the receiver, caught, and he finds a hole. He finds a gap. He's going the way. Touchdown, Grizzlies.
Oh my gosh, what a route there to free himself up there. Wow, and what a pass from that Grizzlies quarterback.
Just a simple slant concept there, and the wide receiver beat his man off the line, and there was no safety help, so easy touchdown for the Grizzlies, a very quick one. Only a few minutes off this clock. We still got 9.5 left in this first quarter.
Up to kick here is Jeter Ruiz Chavez.
Kick is up. Kick is blocked. Great play from this Trojan special teams. Their first block kick of the year. Keeps the score at 6-0.
What am I saying? That Trojan luck flows through this team. The coaches are pumped. They're pumping their fists. They're ready to play some extreme football here.
And there's very few things a coach likes more than an amazing special teams play.
I mean, it's practically their livelihood. They love this stuff.
So now, Grizzlies back to kick it off for the Trojans for their first drive of the game. We'll really get to see how this Grizzlies rush defense will play against this dynamic rush offense from the Trojans. Here's the kick. Low, long, and deep. Received by the Trojans. Brody Stevens gets it about the 10-yard line. He makes a move. He makes a juke. Is tripped up. Doesn't get the same return, and will get it to about the 30-yard line. 70 yards to go, and for this first Trojan offensive drive.
Marcus Martinez on the coverage.
And Marcus Martinez with that long and deep kick. Another great example of why varsity gets into varsity. It's a very competitive position play right here. Let's see what these Trojans can do about it.
Starting at exactly the 30-yard line. 70 yards to go, and you can already see those heavy sets coming from the Trojans. 3 running backs in the backfield, 1 receiver out left. And it's a immediate handoff. Looks to be Evan Clark, who falls over for a small gain. It'll be about 2 yards now. 2nd and 8 comes to the Trojans.
Not the greatest first play by Evan Clark. Gained a couple yards. I mean, that's all right. But Evan Clark, I'm really excited to see what he does in this game. Sorry for the stutter there, but let's get back to some football.
Jonah Crichton with a short game.
Here again now. Sorry, it was Jonah Crichton with that rush there. We got so many running backs in the backfield. From the press box up here, it's hard to see who gets it. This time it's Brody Stevens. He is wrapped up real quick and can't gain anything. It will be a small to nothing game for the Trojans, and now a 3rd and long already on this first drive.
This Grizzlies defense is very key to their winnings, but this Grizzlies defense is going to have to face a lot of these great quarterbacks and running backs. Hopefully they can pinch in on some of these Trojan offensive players.
So the one problem with this Trojan offense, even though how dominant it is, if a team can really key in on that rush defense and figure it out, they don't got a chance. But a pass play, actually. Oh, receiver trips. And it'll be 4th down for the Trojans. One of their very few pass plays, but doesn't work after the curl route, the receiver slipped.
They have so many few passing plays is that Mario DeSau, even he clapped his hands out of how angry he was because he got one of those few chances to make a passing play.
And we do have a very slick turf field here at Petaluma High School. Here's the punt. Ooh, bit short, really high. Lands at just about the 40, but stays in bounds, and it keeps going. What a punt. Great punt by Dalton Shaw. Gets it within the 30. Didn't look great off his foot, but a good roll, and it stays in bounds.
Yeah, he's lucky that one didn't pop back because that could have been very, very bad for their defense to defend.
And for any NFL watchers, the rules in high school are different. If a punt goes out of bounds, it's a penalty and another 10 yards for the offense. So great for that ball to have some spin to keep it in bounds.
I just love these Friday nights when you could come out and rep your high school as hard as you can. And you could see the student section is going absolutely crazy, standing on top of their seats just to see over the other people in the crowd.
Ball will be set at the 24-yard line. 75 to go for this Grizzlies offense on their second drive. It was a touchdown in the first, but a missed PAT. 6-0 here. 8 minutes left in this first quarter. Motion by the Grizzly offense. Jet sweep is pulled by the quarterback. He finds a hole, but he's tripped up. A good gain of about 8. And a bit of a squabble at the end of the play. It was a good block from a Grizzlies player, but it will be a good gain. It will be about a 2nd and 2 now for this Grizzlies offense.
Lots of yelling from these coaches. You know that we support very good sportsmanship. We do not condone any fights at all. We want this to be a clean, fair, and safe game for everybody.
Now set up on the 33-yard line. This Grizzlies offense now with a 2nd and 1. Another handoff. Quarterback doesn't pull it. And wow, what a push. Running back pushes through several defenders and picks up the first down. Will just get past the 45. 1st and 10 now for this Grizzlies offense. Moving well.
Question for you. What helmet do you think looks the best on these players?
Man, those Trojan helmets are beautiful with that matte purple. My favorite.
Sevens, despite how good this speed flex looks, I feel like it's overplayed.
That's true, but here's a design quarterback run. Oh, big hit. Oh, and a flag on the play. We'll see what that's for, but a decent gain of about 4 yards on that design quarterback run.
Yeah, this Grizzlies offense is coming out strong, making small gains, but, slow and steady wins the race, I guess.
And it does seem to be a penalty on the Grizzlies, so they'll be pushed back for a replay of first down.
2 penalties against the offense. False start, that penalty is declined.
And that's actually really cool to see that if you're paying attention to the referee on the field. A women referee in high school, it's really cool to see that being more inclusive. They just started having those in the NFL, and it's really cool to see it here in high school football.
Yeah, I'm really glad that, football is becoming more for everybody than just a man's sport. So I'm glad that everybody wants the best for everybody in this game of football.
That's including our high school women's sports as well, as our women's flag football team is also quite good, as now it's a 1st and very long for the Grizzlies after that costly penalty. Here's the quick pass out right towards the goal line, but it's a missed pass. Number 14, Rocco Capone, the quarterback, with the missed out route, and it'll be a now 2nd and 18 for the Grizzlies.
Rocco Capone, speaking of him, he's been making some very good slow games on this field, really figuring out how this Trojan defense works. Very smart plays from him.
So looking at this Grizzly offense, these first 2 drives seems to be mostly rush heavy, but those pass plays can come out. They have the touchdown on that slant, but seeing that out route there, maybe not the best passer behind under center. Here's the motion. Fake handoff to the receiver, gives it to the running back, and he fights through, breaks a few tackles, and gets close to about the 44-yard line, but he's stopped. It will be a 3rd and 11 now for the Grizzlies to try and keep the second drive alive.
By the way, wow, look at these seats. They are filled up on the Trojans' side.
It is the homecoming game here, so every student is out here waiting to go to the dance tomorrow, but we got to focus on this football game right now. Huge play on this second drive. 3rd and 11 now for the Grizzlies. Quarterback looks out right, and another missed pass, and that out route will be now 4th down, and the Grizzlies will punt it away back to the Trojans. Great recovery by that Trojan defense after the touchdown on the first drive.
Yeah, Rocco Capone, not a great drive from him, but he's still figuring it out, and I hope he does so we can have an entertaining game.
Yeah, seems to be struggling on those out route passes. Missed 2 of them on that one drive.
He really needs to regroup with his offensive coaches and figure out what he's doing wrong, and then he can come back in the game and dominate.
He is also their punter, so here's the oh, almost blocked. But it will go out of bounds, so it will be a penalty, and the Trojans will move up a bit.
Pretty deep kick from the 30 all the way to the opposite 30. Great kick by Rocco Capone.
6-0 in the first quarter. We got just under 6 minutes remaining. Been a great game so far. Both teams playing well. The Grizzlies got that touchdown off of a good slant play, but now this Trojan offense comes back out, hopefully to do more than a 3-and-out like on the first drive.
Yeah, I really hope so. By the way, I would like to thank all of our studio team for making this broadcast possible so you can watch it.
Here we go, Trojan's second drive and an immediate handoff. The quarterback pulls it, or no? It's really hard to see up here in this press box. We'll try our best. It seems to be a handoff to Evan Clark for a gain of a few. Will be a 2nd and 7.
Luckily, we have those lights so we can see actually sort of what's going on.
So again, this Grizzlies rush defense is doing quite well. With a few very big boys on that defensive line for the Grizzlies gobbling up this run offense. Motion by the Trojans. And a handoff Evan Clark. Oh, and he has some room. Stiff arm. Oh, he's going. 40, 45, 30, 35, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Evan Clark. What a run.
And you know, as soon as he broke that tackle, you knew that he was going to be gone and down the field. And as you can see, there's some purple confetti flowing around from the Trojan stands.
And this is what we're saying. This Trojan offense is very dynamic. Even though it's mainly rush heavy, so many option plays, so much trickery, and you give a gap to Evan Clark, he's going to take that thing to the house. Almost a 65-yard run to start this game. And the Trojans with this PAT right down the middle take the lead. 7-6 in this first quarter. Just over 5 minutes remain.
And you know, I've been telling it from the start of the game that Evan Clark was going to dominate here. And this is just the first of many touchdowns for him in this drive. In this game, I mean. Sorry about that.
So after that drive, I'm very confused about this Trojan offense. We had 4 very small but positive run plays and then an absolute gush right down the middle of that Grizzlies defense for a 65-yard touchdown. I'm confused. Is that just a fluke? Is that going to be the norm now? What's going on?
Honestly, it would be very surprising if it was a fluke because they love making similar plays to the last one. However, they really fluked him with that one. They didn't expect at all for Evan Clark to go as far as he did.
And that's not just a blocking thing. It was a great block by this Trojan offensive line. That stiff arm at the end of the play kept him from being tripped up at the 50, and he was gone. He is big, but he is still fast.
And this crowd is absolutely pumped. Let's see what this Trojan defense can do after the special teams kick.
Dalton Shaw with a little squib kick thing and is caught at the 40-yard line. Number 50, Colton Ellis receives the kick and will have the Grizzlies set up on the 40-yard line. 60 to go for this Grizzlies offense in their third drive of this first quarter.
What do you think you're predicting for this game?
Score-wise, it seems to be a decently scoring game. It's not going to be a old Trojan classic 6 to 8 or something like that. We've had some very low-scoring games in the past. This Trojan offense has gotten better since then. I'm predicting probably around a 60 combined score, maybe a 28-32 type of game.
And the score is 6-7.
That somebody out there watching this got some amusement out of that. Yes, it is.
Somebody just died laughing.
6-7 here. 5 minutes left in this first quarter. Grizzlies back out for their third drive of this first quarter. Motion in the backfield. Wide receiver coming across. Fake. Gives it to the running back, and he finds some room. Good gain, but is wrapped up and gain tackled for about a gain of 4.
Once again, this Grizzlies offense loves these fake sweep runs. They just love it. They keep playing it in their JV and their varsity teams.
Yeah, it seems to be a program-wide thing. For the Trojans, it's the triple option that goes program-wide. JV, freshman, and varsity all run it. So now, with that run, a 2nd and medium, about a 2nd and 7 now for this Grizzlies offense. We'll see if maybe soon they'll run that jet sweep and actually give it to the wide receiver, and we'll see what damage that can do to this Trojan defense.
All right, they're setting up for the play.
3 wide receiver set, 2 out right, 1 out left. And fake handoff, quarterback keeps it and gains a good amount of yards, is just around the first down. Chain gang might be pulled out to see if this is a first down.
Good stop there by the Trojans defense, making sure he doesn't get any more yards.
And even though this Trojan defensive line isn't doing great at stopping the run, but the second level, the linebackers of this Trojan defense is doing a great job to stop this rushing attack. And it does seem to be a first down. The quarterback for the Grizzlies reaching for it, so they got a 1st and 10 now, just at the 50-yard line. Fake run pass out wide and is tackled after a small gain of about 4. So that's an RPO, run pass option. Quarterback has the decision to give it to the running back, or if he doesn't like what he sees, has that wide receiver out far right with some space to make something.
And that was an absolute snipe from the quarterback there, just right into his hands. You don't see much more accurate than that.
And it's especially important on a play like that to get the ball out quick and throw the ball fast. Try and get the ball to that receiver in space as quick as possible.
For offensive coaches, that is a piece of gold right there.
Definitely a good play now. 2nd and medium for this Grizzlies offense from the right hash. Seems to be a timeout. Timeout from one of the teams. We'll hear from the referees soon to see what's going on.
Timeout Napa.
It is a timeout from the Napa Grizzlies, and we will be back in about 30.
This Trojans defense really needs to find a way to be walls and not doors.
Our Trojan band off to the side of the bleachers, giving us some timeout music for the crowd to listen to.
You can see their big flags waving all the way over here from the press box.
All right, here we go. 2nd and medium from this Grizzlies offense, just around the 45.
Defense getting set.
Again, the Napa offense with the 2 in the backfield, 1 tight end, 1 running back. And here's the motion again. And they finally do give it to him. He finds some space, makes a move, but is tackled down. Number 2, Jack Yoga, the strong safety for the Trojans, brings them down. That is a first down, and the chain gang will move along as the Grizzlies offense is moving well.
And that's exactly what I mean when I say be walls, not doors. Perfect wall there.
Yeah, and this Grizzlies offensive line is doing everything they can, creating gaps and holes for this running back and these receivers to run through.
Trojans do love their running backs.
Grizzlies now again set up with a 1st and 10. Oh, flag on the play. Seems to be a false start or neutral zone infraction. We'll see which one it is. For those who don't know, a false start is one of the offensive players moving before the ball is snapped, and a neutral zone infraction or neutral zone infraction or encroachment, the same penalty. That is against the Trojans, meaning a defender moved before the ball was snapped. That halves the yardage, so it will be now a 1st and 5 for this Grizzlies offense.
Yeah, when you're on that line, you have to be as still as a statue unless you're put in motion. So let's see if they can recover from this one.
Some motion by the Grizzlies offense. Quarterback design run, he keeps it, he's trying to fold, but oh, he's stopped immediately. Little to no gain, and the Trojans get a good stop on 1st down. Oh, and a flag after the play. We'll see if it's a personal foul on one of the players.
Yeah, another little squabble or posturing there from both sides. Not good. We promote good sportsmanship here.
On that tackle, there's a penalty flag at the end of the play.
Referee is discussing. We'll hear shortly from them what the call is. Two minutes and 15 seconds remain in this first quarter.
Oh, and the Trojans are booing these refs.
So it was a personal foul call after the play. A 15-yard penalty moves the Grizzlies within the red zone, just around the 18-yard line.
Yeah, these Trojan crowds are vicious and very hyped, so do not mess with them. And the offense is discussing as they come up to set the play. Trojans defense getting ready.
Some more motion from this Grizzlies offense, and there's a handoff for the running back, number 34. He's big. He's going to break a few tackles and bring those in the 10-yard line. Number 34, Josue Victorino for the Grizzlies. Definitely a power back, and he gains a few yards with that power.
What did I tell you? That fake sweep run is their main thing. Keep doing it until they respond. That's what I like to say.
Their bread and butter, their peanut butter and jelly, some might say. Here we go now, Grizzlies inside the 10, or right at the 10-yard line. On second and short now. Does hand it off. He gets it again, and a good form tackle within the 10-yard line and brings them to about the 7, and should be a first down. Will be a first and goal now for this Grizzlies offense.
William Hale on the tackle.
And it looks like
First and goal.
number 57, William Jennings, is coming back in as they set for the next play.
Yes, it is a first and goal now for this Grizzlies offense inside the 10. We'll see how this goal line defense is for the Trojans. Another handoff, but the quarterback keeps it. He runs through a few people. Can it be stopped? Is suplexed and seems to be short of the end zone on that suplex tackle.
Rocco Capone, the ball carrier. Brody Stevens on the
As the Grizzlies are right on this goal line, 30 seconds left in this first quarter. Trojans lead 7-6.
Trojans need to find a way to stop this offense. They really need to lock in, create some walls.
Now, we haven't seen much of this goal line Trojan defense throughout this season. Most of their touchdowns are given up on big plays from outside the 30-yard line, but we'll see how they can fare right on the goal line.
Yeah, not many plays like this as they get set.
Another handoff, and oh, he is stopped.
Oh my God, big hit there. Wall, not door. What did I say?
What a push from this Trojan defensive line, finally fighting back after this Grizzlies rush offense has been running all over him. And that will be the end of the first quarter. Trojans lead 7-6. Absolute great games on our hands. We will flip the field as we will be back in about 30.
They're going to probably try to regroup and find a way to stop them at this goal line. Let's see what they can do.
Okay, here we are, back 12 minutes to go until halftime. Grizzlies set up on the 2-yard line after that TFL. It is a third and goal now. Let's see if the Trojan defense can hold up again on the goal line and force a field goal out of this Grizzlies offense.
Get rid of that fourth chance.
Referee signals play. A go-go set out of the Grizzlies as it's a jet sweep. No, quarterback cakes it, and he is stopped before the goal line.
But there's a flag on the play.
Fumble! A Trojan defender ripped it off. Number 15, I believe that's Will Hale. Yes, number 15, William Hale, currently playing through an injury, strips the ball out of the quarterback's hands, and they don't even get a field goal out of that play. An amazing goal line defense, an amazing goal line stand from this Trojan defense, and they'll have it set up right inside the 5-yard line. It will be tough to keep this ball out of their own end zone and a safety, but man, what a play.
Man, if they are not, even if they are not used to these goal line plays, they really locked in on that one, found a way to pop it out of his hands and take it back.
And this Trojan defense has been good getting takeaways, not interceptions, but punching the ball out. They've been trained to do it. And one of the things that's good about this Trojan offense, especially within the 5, it's almost guaranteeing positive yards. No way. Another fumble? Another fumble! The Grizzlies get it back. Back-to-back fumbles as the Grizzlies get no penalty for that fumble as they get it right back.
And you don't see this in many high school games. There has been 2 fumbles already, and they have been back-to-back. You don't see that many times in high school football, so it's pretty special to see here.
Didn't see who was the ball carrier on that play, so we're not sure who fumbled it, but man, this is a crazy game. We got back-to-back fumbles on the goal line, and this Trojan defense, after thinking they made a great play, is back out on the field immediately. Now for a 1st and goal on the 3-yard line. We'll see if they can do it again.
Man, and I bet that offensive coach is going to have a little talk to him after that play, because that was very vital to this Grizzlies offense.
Seems to be a penalty of some sort, or a timeout maybe by the Trojan. Yeah, timeout from the Trojans. So it seems to be that the Grizzlies have a dedicated goal line formation. It's the go-go formation. If anyone has played or watched college football, it is very popularized by UNLV, the University of Las Vegas, Nevada. They run that go-go offense. It's the quarterback and then 2 running backs right next to him on his right side. A very interesting and rare formation that only UNLV runs in college football. No one in the NFL runs it, and it seems that the Grizzlies have stolen it for their own goal line offense.
Yeah, very rare to see them taking from college football, not even NFL football, but college football is fun to watch. So if you've never watched college football, I would definitely recommend it.
College football is great, but here we're watching some high school football right on the goal line. 1st and goal, now the 3. Motion again. Quarterback keeps it. He has a free lane, and he's in. Grizzlies get the ball back and will score again. 20 seconds into the second quarter, and the Grizzlies regain the lead, 12-7.
Let's see if they can get this extra point, or they might actually go for the 2 points to recover from that last missed PAT.
We'll see how aggressive this Grizzlies coach will be, but that block kick might be really big with how close this game is.
This Trojan special teams defense really needs to lock in here, find a way to push back against this offense.
We'll see now if they decide to go for 2 or kick it. And they are going for it, looking to recover for that block kick on the last touchdown. Going for 2 now on the 3-yard line. It's a quick out route pass, and he drops it. Number 87 for the Grizzlies, Eric Gualberto, the wide receiver on the out route, just flat out drops it. Wasn't even that bad of a pass. And now only a 5-point lead for the Grizzlies, and that could be very costly in a close game like this. 1 touchdown and a field goal, and the Trojans have a 3-point lead.
Yeah, and now the Grizzlies will have to regain 3 after both missed chances. So let's see what they can do to recover from that.
And it is a really interesting scenario, kind of an insanity thing where you miss the 2-point conversion over and over and over again. You keep thinking, oh, you got to get it, but sometimes you just got to kick it to get guaranteed points. Because in a situation like this now, the blocked field goal and the failed 2-point conversion can be really huge in this game.
Yeah, 1 point is better than 2 points. No, 1 point is better than no points, I meant to say. And
Trojans receive it. Some decent blocking. Oh, my goodness. He finds a hole. Is he going to get tackled? No. 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25. He's tripped up. No, he's not. He's going to take it all the way to the house. Number 2, Jack Yohogia with an absolute insane play. 90-yard kick return, and the Trojans will retake this lead immediately.
yeah, even though he got the point, we also have to credit those amazing blockers. Did you see the one on his tail as soon as that defensive player tried to catch a hold of him, that Trojan defender absolutely slammed him down so he couldn't block him.
We have an absolutely amazing game on our hands. We went from goal line stand to fumble to another fumble to a touchdown and a failed 2-point conversion and then a 90-yard kick return touchdown. What a great game here. And after that, as there's a penalty on the kick, we'll see what that is for. The Trojans have already regained the lead.
Yeah, it's very rare to see it in these high school games. You don't see a lot of times where it's just, this crazy. It's like very chaotic game.
Yeah, and we're only 30 seconds into this second quarter. We have had 2 scores already.
We just got past this first quarter. I'm really excited to see what it holds for these next 3 quarters.
And we're still confused about what the penalty is. Seems the Trojans are making some substitutions before this kick. Oh, are they going for it? So it seems that there was a penalty on the Napa defense and has brought the Trojans within 2 yards of the touchdown, and they've decided to put the hurt to them and extend this lead to 3 by going for 2.
Honestly, they might as well go for it. They're right there.
And especially with this strong rush offense, 2 yards shouldn't be much, and he's in. Aiden Wirtz, the quarterback, pulled it on the read option and puts the Trojans ahead by 3.
Wow, these Trojans were losing literally not even a minute ago, and now they're absolutely dominating on these crazy plays.
You can definitely see the poise from this Trojan offense. After those back-to-back fumbles, a lot of high school teams would flounder, but no, amazing blocks on an amazing special teams play, and then a really good 2-point conversion play as Aiden Wirtz keeps it for the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, even though it's my first high school football game, I think I might be coming back.
Definitely, I hope that sentiment is for a lot of these fans here. But man, if one person is excited in this stadium, it is the special teams coach. He's having a great day.
Yeah, he's jumping all over the place on this sideline. He's practically hugging players. He is going insane because he knows he coached them right.
Yeah, rarely do you see one outstanding special teams play in the game. We have 2 here with the blocked field goal and the kick return touchdown. Great play from this Trojan special teams. Here's Dalton Shaw, puts it up in the air, and a decent kick, pretty deep. Received about the 20-yard line. He has some blockers, but he will be wrapped up at just short of the 35. 65 yards or a little more to go for the Grizzlies. And again, we only have 36 seconds off this clock in this second quarter. A lot of stuff happening in a very short amount of time.
I'm absolutely loving this game from both sides. Even though I'm a heartfelt, Trojan fan, I'm also pretty excited for these Grizzlies. They're doing amazing.
So, ball will be set up at the 34-yard line for the Grizzlies. 66 yards to go as some press man coverage comes up on that far side. We'll see if it's a pass play, and it's a design quarterback run out to the left. And oh, he is stopped quick. What a push by this Trojan defensive line. Evan Clark gets the sack. Or actually, I'm not sure how that would be considered if it's a sack or a TFL on a quarterback run, but it's a damn good play.
Yeah, right? And Evan Clark, a great player from both sides of the offense and defense. Really just an overall great player. I hope he's going places after high school.
And it is confirmed that will count as a sack. So after that sack by Evan Clark, it will be a 2nd and 12 now for this Grizzlies offense. Not a great start. Here's the pass, looking out left. Pass is just high. Couldn't catch it. Number 87, Eric Guablerto misses the catch there. Wasn't a great ball, but it's definitely still catchable on that post.
Yeah, I have to give him credit. It went off the tip of his fingers. He tried his best, so, that's what we're out here trying to do, try our best.
So it seems that, watching this Grizzlies offense now for just over a quarter, that it's very similar to the Trojans, very rush heavy, but a bit more pass happy than the Trojans are. But thankfully for the Trojans, that passing has not been good. Quarterback again, looking deep across the middle, and a great catch, short of the first down, so it will be 4th down for the Grizzlies, but a great catch by number 16. Isaac Cruz gets them within 2 of the first down. We'll see if they go for it.
Yeah, Napa's been going for a lot of passes recently. I think they're just trying to get their yards up before this clock runs out.
Oh, and I was wrong. It does seem that the receiver reached and got across the first down marker on that play. So a great play by the Grizzlies there. Keeps this drive alive. Now a 1st and 10 at around the 45. A lot of people in that backfield. as it's a fake handoff. Quarterback keeps it. Oh, what a tackle.
Oh, and he absolutely pummels his way through.
Number 11, junior Bet Geyser with the body slam there on the quarterback for the short gain. Will be a now second and 6 for the Grizzlies.
We have about 10 minutes left in this quarter.
Look at the score. We might get a scoregami here. No one knows what that means. It's in the NFL. If a score has never happened before, it's called a scoregami. We got a weird score here, 15-12. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Yeah, scoregamis are very rare.
Here now comes the Grizzlies offense on second and medium. Another pass. Quarterback going through his motions. On another missed pass in that post. That same play that they had a little earlier was a missed pass, and again, it's the same result.
I think the offensive coach on these Grizzlies is probably going to tell them to start going for more rushing.
To be honest, it was open, that Trojans corner, number 21 in coverage. That'd be Garrett Pechtel in coverage on that post route. It's been open twice, but haven't been able to get it.
Yeah, this Trojan defense needs to stop making doors for them to just go free.
A big formation change and substitution before this third down now for the Grizzlies. 6 yards to go to keep this drive alive. Another motion. And it's a handoff for the running back, who is tackled short. Only a small gain of 2, and this Trojan defense gets a crucial stop. Gets it to a 4th and 3 now, and we'll see if this... Oh, Napa stays on the field. They're going for it on 4th down. Some hurry-up offense. They're running quick. We'll see what they do. Quarterback under center. Oh, and a penalty. And it looks to be a false start on the... Oh, is it? Yep, false start as they will be pushed back now. We'll see if they will still go for it on a 4th and long.
Yeah, what did I say after that last play? The Grizzlies did go for the rush because, that's probably what their offensive coach probably told them.
So, surprisingly, no. There is the substitution, and they will punt it back to the Trojans. A 4th and 3 is very manageable, but a 4th and 8 is a lot more difficult. So the punt will go away. 12-15. Trojans lead. 8.5 left in this second quarter.
Very smart decision by these Grizzlies, really locking into their smarts.
Decent punt. Out to the left side, received at about the 20-yard line. Ooh, good spin move. He makes a move, Bob, but is then tackled.
Wow, that roar of the crowd after that spin, I thought he must have done something insane that I wasn't seeing.
Mario DeSalle was the one on that catch, and with a good move, gets the Trojans just past the 25. 75 to go for this Trojan offense. 8 minutes left in this second quarter with a 3-point lead.
I'm ready to see what they can do here. I'm looking to see Evan Clark get another touchdown in this game.
That will definitely be the money line as the Trojans now set up on a heavy set on the 26 now.
I think Evan Clark was leading the league in touchdowns for a bit.
Jonah Crichton gets the toss, but there's a flag on the play. Damn, would have been a great gain up to the 40. We'll see what the call is. Jonah Crichton is definitely not happy.
Yeah, Jonah Crichton, he nearly broke that tackle and just got free, but unfortunately the flag.
This dynamic trio of running backs, they're really all unique. Evan Clark, number 4, the big bruiser, he has some speed on him, but he'll break a bunch of tackles. Brody Stevens, a kind of do-it-all guy at number 0. He has the speed for breakaway, but also has the strength. And then Jonah Crichton, number 3, is not very big, but I would compare him a lot to a guy like Cam Scadaboo in the NFL. Will break a lot of tackles, but unlike him, is very fast.
Yeah, for sure. And they set up for the play.
Here's the motion. We can't see who has it. That triple option is so hard to watch, or so hard to read here up in the press box. You can't even see who has the ball, but it would be a good game for the Trojans, and we'll see if they have a first down.
Yeah, it was actually Evan Clark with that gain right there of about 3-4 yards.
And that will bring the Trojans 1 yard from the first down here on a 2nd and inches. Now, I can almost guarantee you what's going to happen here. Yep, there it is. Rush. Oh, it stopped. A great play on second down.
I mean, what did I say? I was just about to say the same thing as you. They were definitely going to go for that rush.
Aiden Works pulled it on the read option, but didn't gain the first down. Actually lost about half a yard, so it'll be a actual 3rd and 1 now. Hopefully this Trojan offense won't spit out here at the 45.
And they set up for the play.
A handoff to Evan Clark, and he is tripped up but does get the first down.
Evan Clark was kind of mad after that play. Nearly got free there, but he was tripped up. So he kind of clutched his fist because he knew that he was about to lose it.
He knew he had a very big rush on his hands, but just got tripped up on the second level. Trojans thankfully do get the first down just short of the 40-yard line.
Yeah, they're definitely probably going to hand it off to one of their running backs, if I'm guessing.
Aiden Wirtz under center, handoff, fake, it's a pat. Oh, play action, deep ball. Oh, and just overthrown. It was a pass to number 10, Grayson Timpey, and it was just a bit overthrown. A good play action there, and a just missed pass by Aiden Wirtz.
Even though Grayson Timpey, lost that ball, he seemed very adrenaline rushed after he missed that. He popped straight back up and he went straight back into the sidelines to see what he could do to help.
So after the big play try on first down, the Trojans set up now for a 2nd and 10 just short of the 40. Motion in the backfield. Handoff, Evan Clark runs a man over. And will be a small gain of about 2 or 3. Set up the Trojans for a 3rd and long.
He just runs through him like a train. No stop at all. They're going to need some brakes on him.
So, seems to be something going on. Seems to be a penalty on the Trojans.
We have about 6 minutes and 31 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, 6.5 to the end of this first half. Referees are deliberating. We're not sure if it's a penalty or what's going on.
Both sides are very confused. They're standing on top of their toes, looking to find out what it is.
So it seems to have just been a confusion of the ball placement, so it is not a penalty. It will be a 3rd and 8 for this Trojan offense, looking to keep this drive alive.
That explains why everybody was confused as they set up for the play.
All 3 running backs in the backfield. Jonah Crichton in motion. It's a toss to him. He has some space. He sees the move, but he's wrapped up, and he'll be short. Will be about 4th and 3, and I'm not sure how aggressive the Trojans are going to be today. It will probably be a punt.
Jonah Crichton nearly got free. If it wasn't for him getting wrapped up, he would have probably been gone.
And Jonah Crichton leads this team in yards per attempt, mainly because a lot of his plays are on tosses, and he can get out in space on the sideline. Oh, and some aggressiveness in this Trojan offense. They're going for it on 4th and 3. Love to see it.
This one should be exciting as they set up for the play.
3 running backs in the backfield. Quick handoff. Jonah Crichton got it on that triple option, and he definitely gains the first down and about 10 extra yards. Trojans will be set up on the opposite side 40.
Jonah Crichton definitely avenged there.
Apologies, we're both up here trying to get better at tracking the ball, but Jonah Crichton with a great run there on that triple option and keeps his Trojan drive alive.
Yeah, this Trojan offense is so confusing for the other team. That's even confusing us up in the press box. That's how you know we have a great team.
Yeah, I can't imagine trying to track the ball when you're down there. See, even from this high up position, we can barely see where it's going. Again, this 3 running back set behind the quarterback under center. Handoff to Brody Stevens, but he's wrapped up quick. Looks to be a small or even nothing, or maybe even a loss. Might be a 2nd and 11 now after the TFL. There are several triple options that the Trojans run, some out of a jet sweep. The one that they've been running the past few plays is a fake handoff to Evan Clark and then a pitch to Brody Stevens or Jonah Crichton coming off the edge.
And coming in here is going to be Mario DeSau coming back in after being out for a little bit here.
Mario DeSau and Grayson Tempe are the main 2 receivers for this team. They don't usually run only 1 wide receiver set, so they will usually sub out for each other. And this is a hand to Evan Clark. He breaks a tackle. He breaks another one. He's going all the way. 15, 10, 5. Evan Clark with his second long run of the game.
And you know, once he breaks that tackle, he is absolutely gone. He is a ghost to you as soon as you let him go.
And really, when he gets good blocks from his offensive line, there is nobody in that second level or even third on this Grizzly defense that's stopping him. That will be a 35-yard run for Evan Clark and puts the Trojans ahead 21-12 before this BAT.
Man, these offensive coaches love running these running backs in because, you know, it works every time. These triple options are confusing the defense more than us.
And again, Dalton Shaw puts the PAT right down the middle, extending the lead to 10, 22-12. Trojans lead, 4.5 left in this second quarter.
Dalton Shaw, another great highlight to these special teams, and he's just like a great player overall. He was leading the league in PATs.
Yeah, and that's mainly coming from a very good Trojan offense. He's getting in the end zone a lot. But yeah, I don't think he's missed one all year. But one great thing to see is that every single kick is straight down the middle and has enough height for a kick much farther.
I really hope he goes to play some college football because those college students will absolutely love him.
Okay, now, Trojans with a 10-point lead, 4.5 left in this first half. They will kick off for the Grizzlies. Dalton Shaw back to kick it away for this Trojan special teams. A little short floaty kick. Oh, it's fumbled, or it's mishandled by the Grizzly special teams, and that puts them back about the 28.
And coming back in after that unfortunate loss of the ball last time was Grayson Tempe. He lost the ball. It was an incomplete pass. He's looking to avenge after that. Am I right, Luca?
Very much so. About 72 to go for this. 72 yards to go for this Grizzlies offense to try and bring this game within one score. Currently a 10-point lead for the Trojans, and we'll see what this defense can do. A very wide four-receiver set for the Grizzlies seems to be with this deficit. They're going to want to pass the ball a lot more. As it is, out route again, a missed pass. Man, number 14 for the Grizzlies, their quarterback, Rocco Capone, really can't hit those out routes right now.
Yeah, he's really struggling on those passing plays because these wide receivers are getting open. He just can't get it to them in time before they rush out.
Yeah, and it seems to be that these plays are designed for that out route. It's usually his first read, and he just can't get his receivers the ball.
Not a good night for him tonight.
Only 2 completed passes out of 8, as here's the quarterback pulls it, and a decent gain of about 4 on that read option. A very interesting read option, a jet sweep read option. Don't see that all the time.
Yeah, they love those fake jet sweeps, but they actually did it this time. The Trojans nearly picked him up after that tackle. He was in the air. I saw him all the way here from the press box.
Yeah, great tackle as the Trojans bring this Grizzlies offense to third down, about a 3rd and 3 now for the Trojans. Sorry, for the Grizzlies.
Rocco Capone looking to go wide since these wide receivers are out there.
We'll see if they will trust the run game or try and pass again. Quarterback design run, and he's swallowed up by this defensive line. It will be 4th down for the Grizzlies.
I surely thought it was going to be a passing play. I mean, those wide receivers were deep.
Yeah, and with that 4th down, we'll see if the Grizzlies will go for it. They attempted to go for it last time, but then had the penalty and were forced to punt. It does seem that the offense is staying out there, so the Grizzlies will go for it on 4th and 3.
We have about 3 minutes and 10 seconds left in this quarter.
So the Trojans do get the ball at half. So if they can get a... Oh, wait, is it a punt? It is a punt. Grizzlies will not go for it on this 4th and 3 like they tried to last time. And the Trojans will have 3 minutes to put the ball in the end zone, and they'll get the ball at halftime too. A good punt to about the 30-yard line.
And here he comes again. But he stopped around the 38-yard line.
Yeah, 38, 39, maybe the 40 for this Trojans offense. 60 to go. And really the strategy here is to
Run
move.
that triple play.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we keep doing. Might as well fix it. I mean, don't fix it unless it's not broken.
I'm not sure if that's how you're supposed to say
I
it,
know,
but
I forgot the. And we come back.
we're all good here. But especially with this clock, there's some clock management shenanigans that can definitely go on here. The Trojans getting the ball at the half. If they chew this clock and move the offense slowly and score with little to no time left, they can get 2 possessions back to back and extend this lead by 14 very quickly.
It just came back to me. Don't fix it unless it's. I forgot it again, guys. Sorry about that. But we are probably going to try to keep running that triple option. That's what I meant to say the first time.
We're very tired up in here in this press box. It's been a long day for all of us, but we're very excited for a little over half more of football.
I mean, me and Nick, we're commentating over the JV game, so I am a little bit tired.
We're both got a little bit of sore voices, but we got 2 minutes and 41 seconds left until halftime.
Just because we're a little tired doesn't mean we're not hyped. So let's go Trojans.
Good sentiment as the Trojans were backed up from a penalty on that kick. So they'll start at about the 22. Timeout from the Grizzlies before the start of this drive. So yes, it was a penalty on the kick return. So the Trojans are moved back 15 to about the 22. They'll have just under 80 to go.
Definitely that triple option.
Yeah, definitely a lot of triple option coming from the Trojans on this drive, really getting into the groove, really understanding the decisions of when to hand it off, when to throw it, when to give it to whoever to pull it. Really good decision making from this Trojan offense so far.
Yeah, they've been doing it since the start of the season, and I don't expect them to stop because it keeps working and keeps confusing the defense and us up here in the press box.
So yes, just over 2 minutes 40 seconds left in this second quarter. Don't go anywhere at halftime. We have our amazing cheer team gonna have a performance at midfield as well. Our senior homecoming royalty will be announced at halftime. But anyway, here we go. Back to football. 3 running backs in the backfield. 2 minutes 41 left in the half. Here's the Trojan offense. Oh, some movement on the line, but nothing. Jonah Crichton, can he find the edge? Yes, he does. Stiff arm, makes the move, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle. Stiff arm, what a run. Breaks 4 tackles on one play and gets the ball across the 40.
Wow, he just kept breaking them off. He was shaking them off like they were flies. I don't know, but wow, he just shook those defenders like it was nothing.
A great run by Jonah Crichton, and you can see why he leads this team in yards per carry. So with that play, clock moving down to about 2 minutes 15 seconds as it's a handoff to Evan Clark, who gains about 4 on the push.
Evan Clark pushes through and still manages to get yards.
So far we've seen amazing plays from Evan Clark and Jonah Crichton. Waiting to see Brody Stevens wake up in this game, but I expect it will happen soon.
Yeah, Brody Stevens is a vital part of this offense, and I'm expecting him to actually lock in here, get some points, and show how it's done.
He had 3 touchdowns in a game about a month ago against Santa Rosa. I was at that game. It was amazing to watch. Hopefully he can do some of that this game. So clock continue to run. I don't know what this clock management is from the Trojans as the clock gets under a minute 30. As there's a flag on the play, we'll see what it's for. False start on the Trojans, and they'll be backed up again. That was a 2nd and 7, so it'll be now a 2nd and 13 for the Trojans.
And the Trojan crowds are booing again. They hate these calls, even though they're true sometimes.
As the head coach, Rick Christ, is out in the field yelling to his players after that play. I'm really confused by this clock management, I'll be honest. There was 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the clock when the Trojans got this ball, and it's down to a minute 15, and they're not even past the 50.
Yeah, let's hope they could just pass it, you know?
More confusion from the Trojan sideline.
Coach Chris is very confused. He's looking back and forth from the sideline to the players. He's really confused right now. The refs don't know what's going on, and they appear to be coming back to sidelines.
It will be a timeout for Petaluma after that confusion. Didn't really know what's going on, so coach decided to just take a timeout and figure out what's going on.
Yeah, great smarts there from the head coach.
So we'll see if the Trojan offense can drive down in about a minute and 15 and put some points on the board before halftime. Reminder, again, they get the ball at the start of the third quarter, so if they can put some points on the board, they can get 2 quick scores without Napa even getting the ball.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely want to see Grayson Tempe receive some yards because he deserves it. He's been trying all night to try and get something.
Yeah, and in the 2 pass plays the Trojans have run, both receivers have been open. But the first time Mario DeSal slipped on the comeback, and on the streak by Grayson Tempe, the ball was just overthrown. So the receivers are getting open, but just not able to convert yards. Here we go, 2nd and 11 for the Trojans. Motion, and there's a toss. Brody Stevens out on the edge. He gets some blocks. He breaks a tackle. Stiff arm on the sideline, makes a juke, and is gang tackled past the 30-yard line up to the 25. There he is, Brody Stevens. He's been quiet all game, but there's his signature play of this first half.
And even after he made that great play, he's still quiet. His teammates are going absolutely crazy around him. He is locked in the game.
And with this small amount of clock left, the Trojans hurry up now as the clock just passes 1 minute left in this first half. Jonah Crichton in motion, gets the ball on the edge, makes a move, splits a tackle, but is brought down inside the 15. 48 seconds left as it seems to be a timeout by the Trojans to stop this clock. 2 great run plays by this Trojan offense as they're now within the red zone.
It seems as if this Trojans offense has suddenly become explosive. It's really weird. They start out quiet and then they go explosive. It's really weird, but I'm looking to see way more of it.
Yeah, seems to be that those outside toss runs are doing really well as look to be another one there before the penalty. We'll see who it's on.
Possibly a false start or a defense encroachment.
It will be a false start for the Trojans as they're moving back 5. Now we're at 1st and 15, right on the edge of the red zone.
And the Trojans get set again.
So 35 seconds left as the clock is now running just past 30 as the Trojans got just about 20 yards to go to get in this end zone. And another penalty. We'll see who it's on.
Rick Christ is going back out onto field to talk to his players.
That is their final timeout for the half.
Not a penalty, a timeout from the Trojans. The clock was running down, and seems to be that Rick Christ didn't like the play call, so he calls the timeout, stops the clock, and will regroup this Trojan offense.
Yeah, I honestly really like Rick Christ as a head coach. He's very command heavy, and he really knows how to pummel the plays into his players.
Yeah, he's been coaching here for a very long time and running this same system for a while. But this year it's finally working really well. This Trojans team has not been great in the past few years. We had a very good team 3 years ago, but the last 2 have not been great. This Trojan team is the best we've had in a long time.
Funny thing about Rick Christ is that his older brother played here as a snapper back in the 70s and 80s. Weird thing to know, but I just know it.
Some familial genes in this Trojan team, as with 25 seconds left in this first half, this Trojan tried to put some points on the board before halftime. Play action, slant. It is dropped. Throw is low, and it will be an incompletion in a 2nd and 15 now. Slant was looking for number 6, Frankie Salmoff, on the slant, but just couldn't get him the ball. It was a low throw, and now a 2nd and long for the Trojans.
Yeah, Frankie, even though that looked incomplete, he was definitely going for that. He really dived in there and tried to find it, but he absolutely couldn't.
Just wasn't a great pass from Aiden Works, so Trojans will set up now on a 3rd and long. Still 22 seconds left on the clock. That incompletion only takes 3 seconds off of it.
And Frankie comes in for Cooper McNeil.
More play action, roll out right. Defender in his face, chucks it towards the end zone, and is out of bounds. It will be a 3rd and 15. That takes 6 seconds off the clock, so now 16 left in this first half.
Good way to get it away from him because that was looking like a sack right there.
Yeah, good job of Aiden Wirtz to get the ball out and out of bounds, so it's not a loss. We'll see if they can't get the first down on this 3rd down. If they don't, they'll probably go for the field goal to extend this lead to 13.
Yeah, Aiden Wirtz had his 3 seconds of fame as a quarterback right there.
Here's the set. Motion in the backfield, and it's a toss. Brody Stevens gets the toss again. He's going to the edge, jumps through a tackle, breaks another one. He has the first down. He's going all the way. Is he in? Touchdown, Trojans! What a run. Oh, flag in the backfield, though. We'll see what that flag is for. Hopefully it's not on the Trojans. Flag way back at the 25, but it was a great run by Brody Stevens. We'll see if it's called back.
Yeah, absolutely great run. Well, whenever, like, if it was a penalty or not, Brody Stevens, great play by him to break all those tackles right there. Sorry for the stutter. I'm also very tired.
So it does seem that the penalty was on the Grizzlies, so the Trojans will decline it and set up for a PAT to extend this lead. To be honest, I was doubting the clock management by the Trojans, but to be honest, they did it perfectly. Only 7 seconds remain in this first half as they will extend the lead. It is 16 right now. Before this PAT will probably be 17 after it, and a great 17-point lead the Trojans will have going into halftime.
It's looking like nothing here for the Grizzlies in this quarter right here.
So yeah, the Grizzlies had a great start to this game offensively, but the Trojan defense really stepped up and got a bunch of stops, and the Trojan offense has been absolutely amazing as Dalton Shaw puts it right down the middle to extend the lead to 17. Great first half from the Trojans and great clock management as the Grizzlies only have 7 seconds to try and go score.
Gotta highlight it again. Dalton Shaw, what a great kicker that we have here on these Trojans.
So now, with 7 seconds left in this first half, the Trojans will kick off for the Grizzlies. We'll see if we've already had a kick return touchdown this game, so we'll see if there's any more special team shenanigans. But don't worry, once this first half ends, don't go anywhere. We have 2 big halftime festivities. Our amazing award-winning cheer team will be at midfield for a performance as well. This is the homecoming game, so our senior homecoming royalty will be announced at halftime.
What do you think is in store for the next half?
For the second half, at least as a Trojan fan, I'm hoping for a lot of the same. This Trojan rush offense, especially on outside runs, has been damn near perfect, as there seems to be some sort of penalty on the Grizzlies. So, the penalty that was called on the touchdown will be transferred to the kickoff, so he's kicking off from the opposite 45.
Even though I'm a big fan of the Trojans, I'm kind of hoping that it gets close here for an exciting game.
Yeah, last week we streamed an absolute blowout game against Justin Siena. It was a 43-point lead in the first half, and then the Trojans let off. I believe they won by about around 50. So
52 to 12, if I'm mistaken.
So 40-point win. But that second half was just a bunch of chew clock as the Grizzlies are looking. Flags on the play. We'll see who that's on, but Grizzlies couldn't do anything on the kickoff as the clock only has 1 second remaining.
Yeah, maybe the Grizzlies could get off a big passing play here.
If it was a penalty on the Trojans, they'll move up. Of course, the half can't end on a defensive penalty. So with this 1 second left, no penalty is what the head coach is going to be saying to his defensive players.
And the Trojans are looking at the refs right now, seeing what's happening as they get set for the next play.
Yeah, with 1 second left in this half, Trojans set up in a prevent 3 deep defense, 3 safeties back all the way at the 40-yard line. As yes, it was a penalty on the Grizzlies, so they're backed up within their own 10-yard line. With 1 second left, will probably just be a heave or maybe a running back screen to try and get their men in space, but this half is almost over.
It seems as if there's like a kid on the field.
Yeah, that's the Trojan ball boy. He's responsible for running on and off the field and giving the refs the ball as there seems to be a timeout by the Grizzlies. I guess they're scheming something up, really trying to score with this 1 second.
We love our ball boy here. Luca, I do love these football weekends that we have. We have high school football on Friday, college football on Saturday, and Sunday and Monday is NFL to end off the week. What do you think about it? Just like,
This is the best time for football of the entire year. You've got 3 to 4 straight days of amazing football. And as a big football fan myself, it's the best, especially the morning games on Saturdays and Sundays. Love watching them after waking up.
this is why we all love fall.
As here is the play. It is a running back screen, and he will go nowhere. A small gain of 15, and that is the first half.
The Trojans will return back to their team rooms to discuss the next half.
So we got 20 minutes of this halftime, a cheer performance, and a homecoming announcement coming up. Thank you very much. We will be back in 20.
Give another big round of applause. Petaluma High School varsity cheerleading. school football program would like to thank some of our sponsors for their generous donations to help equip the players and make these games possible. Tonight, we'd like to thank Petaluma Auto Body. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Petaluma Auto Body, proudly family-owned and operated, serving the community since 1943. We always provide expert automotive collision repair with friendly, reliable service. Petaluma Auto Body is here to keep you moving for 82 years and counting. Thank you for supporting local business, Petaluma Auto Body. We'd also like to thank Luminary Brands. Put your game face on with Mineral Fusion, Anna Duluth, and Seaweed Bath Company. Natural beauty products from Luminary Brands, available at Whole Foods and Sprouts. Luminary Brands would like to say, go Trojans!
Welcome to the 2025 Homecoming Halftime Show. Let's give one more round of applause for our Petaluma High cheer team. Today we had our annual Homecoming Float competition, and I have the results. In third place, we have the juniors with their flow operation. Coming in second is freshmen with their Game of Life flow. And our first place flow winners is the seniors. Next up, I'd like to welcome our freshman, sophomore, and junior royalty winners. The freshman royalty winner is Dale Stellar Race. Our sophomore winner is Vivi de la Cruz. Our junior winner is Grace Sullivan. Please welcome out your winner. Next up, we have our senior nominees. First up, we have Paul Renati. He is being escorted by his mom and dad. In Paul's free time, he loves to hang out with his family and friends and go to football games to support his brother. He would like to thank his mom and dad for always being there for him, no matter if his day was good or bad. His words of wisdom are proceed with caution and get your work done on time. Next up is Luca Alvarez, who is being escorted by his mom. Luca likes to be involved in school and participates in multiple club activities, sports, and hanging out with his friends. His plans for next year are to go to a four-year university and major in aerospace engineering. He would like to thank everybody that voted for him. Our next nominee is Hugo Adame, who could not make it tonight, but he works at In-N-Out Burger and hangs out with his friends a lot. He plans to attend SRJC next year and pursue auto mechanics. Our next nominee is Owen Marshall, who is being escorted by his mom. Owen is really excited and honored to be nominated for the homecoming court. He appreciates everyone's votes and is really looking forward to college next year. He is planning on attending the SRJC and transferring to a 4-year college. Our next nominee is Giselle Garcia, who could not make it tonight, but she likes to hang out with friends and at school plays lacrosse, flag football, and softball. She plans to attend SRJC next year. Our last nominee is Peyton Cheney. Peyton is being escorted by her mom and dad. She's been the captain of her club team for 3 years and plays PHS girls soccer. She co-founded Positive Pals Club, a group partnering with North Bay Animal Shelter to support animals in need. She's always had a strong love for animals and enjoys making a positive impact in her community. Peyton plans to go to a 4-year university to pursue and major in psychology. Now for your winner. Drum roll, please. Your 2025 homecoming royalty is Paul Renati. Let's give a round of applause to Paul and all of the other nominees. The nominees can make their way back to the stands. Thank you.
as the Trojans head into the tunnel.
I'm really glad to see these Trojans coming back out here after a 29-12 lead into the half. Let's see what they can do out of this.
Here comes the Trojans to start this second half. Jack Hogia carrying the flag for the Trojans.
Last time they came out with the American flag, and now they're coming out with the Trojan flag, finally.
Okay, so we've had the break. We're back. We're ready for some more football, and let's talk about what this second half might look like. This Trojan offense started off very slow, a 3-and-out started, but the outside runs, the tosses, the stretches has been damn near perfect. Evan Clark with 2 huge breakaway runs, and Jonah Crichton with a few as well.
I would also like to comment on the great special teams performance. That special teams coach out there is killing it with these players, absolutely dominating the special teams on special team situations.
Yeah, he's got a bigger smile than anyone else in this entire stadium. 2 huge special teams plays in the blocked field, or the blocked PAT, and the 90-yard kick return touchdown.
I can tell you that I saw that special teams coach jumping for joy on those sidelines. He has never seen a better game than this with his special teams.
Okay, so a 17-point lead for the Trojans to start this half, and they do start with the ball. So with that amazing clock management at the end of the first half, they have the chance to go ahead and score again and extend this lead even more.
Did you ever figure out whether it was a scoreagami for this league?
Well, it depends on how this game ends, but right now it's still looking a little weird with that 12 points on the board with the missed PAT.
Yeah, let's see how it all unwraps in this next half.
Yeah, 24 minutes of football, 12 in each quarter. Both teams will have a chance to try and go out and win this game.
And the Trojan student section is already back on their feet, even if the team's warming up. That just tells you how crazy our student section is. Thank you to ASB.
Yeah, and this will be the second biggest student section of the year here at Petaluma. Petaluma is also hosting the annual Egg Bowl, the rivalry game between Petaluma and Casa Grande, the rival school across the town.
Oh man, you should see downtown during the Egg Bowl. Everybody and their mom downtown is wearing an Egg Bowl shirt, and they're all hyped for these Trojans.
Yeah, Egg Bowl, a very historic game going back a few decades, but you can tell the difference because a homecoming game like this, it's mostly students and parents here. They'll show up, and it's almost the entire school, so it will fill up the stands a lot. In the Egg Bowl, the entire town comes out to watch it. You won't find an empty seat during the Egg Bowl on both sides of the field.
Yeah, both really great crowds here in Petaluma. I'm looking to see the Trojans win the next Egg Bowl with this insane special teams, defense, and offensive lineups. They are absolute units on that field.
Yeah, the Trojans have lost the previous 2 Egg Bowls. Last year was really embarrassing, a huge loss to Casa Grande, but this year the team is much more improved, and Casa isn't as good as they were last year.
I'm looking to see that Trojan win. But also, I would like to comment on Dalton Shaw. What a performance from him, kicking all of his PATs good. And he just keeps getting it in between those 18 feet.
Yeah, and to be honest, if that 18 feet was about 5 feet, all of them still would have gone in. Yeah. Right down the middle.
He has like great accuracy, but he just the only time he misses is when he's not having a good day. He's in a bad mood, he misses.
Speaking of, here he comes out, not speaking of him, Dalton Shaw will not be kicking off as the Trojans will receive to start this second half.
I'm looking to see another great drive, like with Brody Stevens, Evan Clark, and the whole lineup.
Yeah, we're expecting to see a lot more of that triple option coming in the second half, and a lot of trickery coming from that Trojans backfield.
Yeah, hopefully it won't confuse us as much as it did in the first half. And the kick gets off here, and the Trojans are going to receive.
Just about the 5-yard line to receive. Oh, big blocks as he is tackled well. Jack Hogia on the run back, and he gets stopped at just about the 30-yard line.
Yeah, Jack found that gap right there, but unfortunately he got stopped by one of the defenders. That defender is walking off the field hyped after that hit. He knows he did a good job.
Yeah, Jack Hogia, very important for this Trojan defense. He's a junior and still does so much.
And the Trojans have their flashlights on in the home crowd, and they're ready for this Trojan offense to kick off right here.
Yep, three receivers out in the back, three running backs out in the backfield for this Trojan offense. Let's get it started.
Triple option always.
Oh, and what a move.
Brody Stevens with a good gain up to the 50.
Yeah, big 30-yard run from the 20 to 50 for Brody Stevens. That's his second big play of the game. We told you he was quiet in the first half, but that big run towards the end of it, and there he goes again.
Again, he stays quiet after he makes those big plays. That just shows you how grounded he is as a player.
So now Trojan setup at midfield. Two tight ends on the left and right. Motion by Hunter Crichton. It's going to be a handout to Evan Clark, and he will gain a decent amount.
Evan Clark with the big push through on those defenders. Those defenders did not see it coming at all.
And on that play, I'd like to point out Evan Clark's amazing job at reading his blocks. I compare him a lot to a guy like Le'Veon Bell back with the Steelers, a guy who's even not very fast, but very powerful and knows how to read his blocks.
Yeah, for sure, always. And we're hoping to see more of Evan Clark in this next play. Wide receivers are pretty down the field right now.
Motion. And, oh my goodness, Evan Clark gets another handoff and runs the man over, brings it to 3rd and short for the Trojans.
They had to get 3 defenders on that guy. He will not stop. He is a train. He doesn't stop until he gets to that end zone.
Not sure who Evan hit first, but that guy definitely has some ringing in his ear.
And the Trojans have their flashlights on, ready for this next play.
Some TikToks being made by ASB down by the student section as this Trojans have a 3rd and 1. Handoff, Evan gets it again and pushes forward, running over several defenders, and he needs 2 to take him down.
Wow, another great push by Evan Clark. There's not much else to say about him, but he's just like such an advanced player on this Trojans offense.
Seems almost like guaranteed yards. Rick Chris loves having him in that backfield.
Yeah, the offensive coaches definitely love him as a great push-through player, as well as Brody Stevens, who keeps getting their pitch off.
Back again with this 3 running back set. Pitch to Brody Stevens. He has the edge, makes the jukes inside, and almost breaks the tackle. Will be a 5-yard gain and a 2nd and medium coming for the Trojans.
Yeah, little gain is better than no game, as I say it. Gain, as I say it.
So Trojan offense moving well, just up to around the 30-yard line, and they're getting a decent amount of clock off too. 9:30 left in this 3rd quarter, still keeping a 17-point lead. And clock managing is going to be very important, trying to bleed as much clock as possible with this big lead.
Yeah, they definitely have to hold the lead still. Clock won't do them much.
It's a slant and caught by Grayson Tempe. He almost breaks ball, fumble ball. He was down. Yeah, refs call it quick. Trojans complete a pass, their first one of the game and their first one in 3 weeks on a slant to Grayson Tempe. He breaks the first, but is brought down in the 2nd tackle, brings the Trojans within the 10-yard line.
Well, I hope for Grayson Tempe, before we got into this next half, that he was going to catch that next ball. And what did I say? He got that, and he avenged himself after that drop.
Trojans now within the 10-yard line. So motion. Handoff is kept by the quarterback, and Aiden Wirtz gets in for the touchdown. On the QB read option, Aiden Wirtz decides to keep it and walks it in for the Trojans. They extend their lead, now 35-12 before this PAT.
Reminds me a lot of Lamar Jackson, running all the way down, even though he's the quarterback.
Yeah, this Trojan offense very similar to the Ravens offense. A lot of really creative run plays, and on that triple option, read option, he keeps it and brings it in for the touchdown. And again, right down the middle for Dalton Shaw.
Dalton Shaw cannot miss. He is like the Steph Curry of football.
So now, 36-12, Trojans with a big lead as the Grizzlies set up to get the ball for the first time in this 2nd half.
Offensive coaches talking to the defensive coaches talking to the defense. My bad. Sorry, special teams coaches. I keep messing those up. Sorry about that, viewers. But they're going to get set for the next play. Grizzlies already out there. And kicking this next will be Dalton Shaw. Great kicker. Kicked that last point in, expecting a good, deep, long kick here.
Yeah, Dalton Shaw had a very big kick at the start of this game, but the last 3 have been little squibs, but here's a long one out to about the 13-yard line, received by the Grizzlies, and bad blocks. Oh, and he spins out of it, but can't go anywhere. The initial move was good, but can only get up to about the 24.
Eric Valverde with the return. Hudson Banzak on the coverage.
So after that kick, the Grizzlies will start on the 24. They got 76 yards to go.
And they're set for the next play, looking for Brody Stevens or Evan Clark.
Grizzlies hand it off, and an immediate tackle. Number 11, Bet Geyser with the tackle there, and a small gain will be a 2nd and long. They're still on defense, that's fine. So yes, a very small, minimal gain there. Seems to be about a yard. So it'll be a 2nd and 9, 2nd and 10 now.
There's a lot of inside.
Looking for the pass, slant route, intercepted. Grayson Tempe
gosh.
gets the interception and is tackled inside the red zone.
Grayson Tempe popped right back up to celebrate with his team. He is loving this game. First half was not it for him, but this second half is really fitting his personality. He comes back in, and that defensive coach loves him.
What a play there by Grayson Tempe. It was a post route out of the X receiver, and Grayson Tempe just jumped in front of it on the slow pass, and a great interception, and gets about 20 yards in the return, sets up the Trojans within the red zone.
Even Nick Emanuel, one of our coaches, is having a field day with this, even though he's a defensive coach. Sorry, he's having a field day with this because he is the defensive coach. Sorry about that.
Evan Clark gets the handoff and jumps over the line. Flag on the play. We'll see what that's for. But Evan Clark gains about 4 on the jump over the line. Still on the ground, though. Let's hope he's not hurt. Yet to get up. Hopefully just a thing where he fell on the ball and got the air knocked out of him.
Evan Clark's still on the ground.
Yeah, Evan Clark seems to be injured. Might be his ankle or just got the air knocked out of him.
He pops back up, and it looks like he's going to be playing in the next play.
Yep, he's good. Almost guarantee he just fell on the ball and got the air knocked out of him, but thankfully he's up and ready to go. But there was a penalty on that play on the Trojans, so they're moved back now for a 1st and 15.
I'm sure he was going to get back up. I mean, Evan Clark is a very tough player, so I'm glad he popped back up, and now he's back in this one.
Yeah, hate to see injuries ever in any sport, especially in football. We had pretty gruesome leg injury, knee injury last week, so I'm glad that he got up all good.
Hudson Bananzak comes back in. Bananzak comes back in. As they get held up by 4 defenders. Wow.
Brody Stevens couldn't get any space there, was immediately tackled by 4 Grizzlies defenders, and will be 2nd and long.
These Grizzlies defense do not give up. Even though they're down by quite a bit, they still keep going, ham on these offensive players.
So yeah, again, now 2nd and 20 for the Trojans, backed up even more. Here's the triple option. Jonah Crichton gets it on the edge. He breaks a tackle. He's going all the way. Does he have the angle? Oh, and is stopped just before the pylon. What a run. A great triple option play, and he hit the edge and was just barely stopped from getting in the end zone.
Man, he wishes he got that touchdown, but he's still happy with that gain right there.
Yeah, great effort. Even dived for it, but was just short of the. Not just short of the pylon. He was pushed out of bounds at about the 4, so the Trojans inside the 5 on 1st and goal. 3 running back set. Quarterback under center. Handoff. He gets it again. Jonah Crichton breaks through, and he finds the gap, and he finds the score. Jonah Crichton gets rewarded for his great run on that last play and gets the touchdown again.
The offensive coaches are going to be very happy with him after this game.
And yep, that's how you reward your guy. You make a big play, get you within the 5-yard line, you give it to him again to give him the score. As the Trojans extend their lead to now 42-12. And this was a very close game at the start, but the Trojan offense has been playing amazing. The Trojan defense maybe even better. And now it's a 31-point lead for the Trojans as he puts it through the uprights.
You know, this might be a little bit off sport here, but they did reward Messi with donuts every time he scored a goal. So maybe that's what they should do with all these scoring players here. And the Trojans will come back out to set up for that kick.
So with 6.5 left in this third quarter, Trojans with a 31-point lead, absolutely dominant so far in the second half, as they'll now kick off back to the Grizzlies.
Dalton Shaw on the kick.
Yeah, and the Grizzlies haven't put the ball in the end zone since midway through the second quarter, and both extra point tries were missed. First was a blocked PAT, and second was a failed 2-point conversion, so only 12 on the scoreboard for them, as it's a small little kick to about the 35, received well, some spin moves and a little bit of movement, but doesn't go really anywhere, sets up at about the 32.
Number 87 with those spin moves, Eric Gualberto.
We excuse ourselves for any mispronunciations of any names.
Just know we meant right intention.
Yeah, we want to say these players' names because we want to give them recognition. They're putting their health on the line out there on this football field, and we want to recognize for them. Grizzlies start now on the 30-yard line. Quarterback keeper on the read option and breaks through the first level and gets to the second level.
Nearly dropped that one. That one looks like it was going to fall out of his hands.
Number 15 for the Trojans, William Hale, gets the tackle. And he's not very tall, but he gets a lot of tackles from that safety position.
Nick Emanuel, one of our coaches, commanding his defense right now.
So about a 6-yard gain on that quarterback run brings them just up to the 39. 2nd and 4 now for the Grizzlies. More motion, and running back keeps it. Oh, he makes a move. He breaks a tackle, but is taken down just short of the 50. Oh, flag on the play. We'll see what's going on. Seems to be a squabble after the play between some players. Ball went past the 40. We'll see what's going on. A lot of booing from the Grizzlies sideline. We'll see what's going on. There has already been a personal foul call on the Trojans earlier in this game. We'll see if it's another one.
These Trojans really need to get out of their head and stick to the game rather than personal issues.
Especially with a 31-point lead.
Yeah, they don't want to risk that. Man, these Friday night lights don't get much better than this.
Yeah, we got 6 floodlights out on this field, and man, is it beautiful.
And there seems to be a lot of stalling on this one.
Yeah, the referees just coming together to decide what they're going to call on this play. There's obviously some sort of squabble at the end of that rush, so we'll see who they put blame on.
Confusion, a lot of confusion from the ref here, but they're still deciding it, and they seem to be coming out here. Let's see what it is.
Here comes the call. Holding offense. So
Sure what that was.
holding on the offense, so they'll get moved back. It will still be first down. I don't know what's going on with the chain gang. Seems they're on the wrong side of the play.
Seems one of the refs was talking to Rick Chris there for a minute. Not sure what was happening there.
Probably just explaining what the call is, as yes, it will be a holding call. No personal foul at the end of that play. So, what? Sorry, the referees are very confusing, moving back and forth, just trying to place this ball down.
Yeah, a lot of talking with each of the coaches from both sides.
So seems to ultimately be a penalty on the Trojans as the ball moves up about 5 yards.
Yeah, these Trojans need to focus on the game, just as I said, and not their personal issues, because that might just cost them this huge lead right here as they set up for the next play.
Still very confused about the chain gang here. They're behind the play, so I'm not sure what's going on.
We haven't started the play, and it's been about 2 minutes now that we haven't started the play. This is very confusing.
And there we go. Just as I was waiting, the chain gang is called over to the right side of the field. So it will be a 1st and 10 from the Grizzlies at the 46.
And Lino chants are happening in the stands right here. Hopefully they bring out Lino in answer to the crowd.
Lino, a fan favorite for this Trojan team, had 2 touchdowns in the blowout last week. As here's the play action and a deep ball all the way back and out of bounds. Wasn't a great ball, and good defense by the Trojans to prevent the big play.
Yeah, when you're going deep like that, you really have to focus on accuracy, because if you don't get it right, it might just be a turnover.
Yeah, and I'd say the quarterback's only almost happy that the ball went out of bounds. It was great coverage by the Trojans.
Yeah. I'm actually kind of looking to see Lino come out here.
Here we go. 2nd and 10 now at the incompletion with the Grizzlies offense. And handoff for the running back. He makes a move, breaks a tackle, but is taken down. Will Hale stops him just around that first down marker. We'll see what the referees call. We'll see if it's a first down or a 2nd and short.
Good stop by that Trojan defense right there.
So the reach does get across the first down marker. So it'll be a 1st and 10 for this Grizzlies offense, moving well now to 36.
William Hale coming back to the sidelines. Oh, and the refs stopped the play.
It was actually pretty funny. During halftime, I went to the bathroom and met some of these refs and told them they were doing a great job here getting the game along. I don't know if I tell it to them now. Of course, these are volunteers, so we'll put no criticism to them, but really wish this game could get going.
TMI, Luca. TMI, that's all I have to say as we start this next play here. A lot of stalling from these refs here, but we eventually get back to this Trojans football.
Grizzlies now on a 1st and 10.
Wide receivers very close to the sidelines as it's a handoff play to number 30.
Nope.
Fake handoff play. It's so confusing up here from the press box. We don't even know what's going on.
Yep, quarterback kept it on the read option. Gains a few, will be a 2nd and medium.
Yeah, those fake sweep runs get me every time. That's definitely their specialty here on both JV and varsity, as I said in the first half.
As the clock ticks past 4.5 left in this 3rd quarter, Trojans have scored twice so far in this quarter. Nothing from this Grizzlies dormant offense, as they will now try and put some more points on the board in this 2nd half.
Wide receiver very close to the sideline again, as it's a real sweep this time, and he gets stopped at about the 30, at about the
35, 34 yard line. Bet Geyser on the tackle. That defensive lineman getting out in space and making a good tackle. So, ball at about the 33-yard line will be a 3rd and about 7 for this Grizzlies offense. We'll see if they keep this drive alive. Not sure how good their kicker is, so we'll see if this is field goal range for them.
A lot of clock drainage here.
Yeah, clock ticking past 3 minutes, 20 seconds as it's a quarterback keeper up the middle. And a small gain. It will be 4th down. We'll see how aggressive this Grizzlies offense will be or if the field goal team is going to come out.
Good job by the D-line to stop him right where he was running, creating walls, not doors once again.
You love that saying, don't you?
I do love it. It was a good call I made during the JV game, and I will not stop using it until students stop telling me to. Tell me to stop.
Gotta have a signature call. But here we go now. They will go for it on 4th down with this big deficit. Gotta go for it. Gotta try and get this score. We'll see if this Trojan defense can get the ball back.
They're looking for some wide receivers right here, maybe. As a handoff.
Handoff and nothing gained. Trojans get the turnover on downs as the Trojan offense will come back out. 2 minutes 30 left in this 3rd quarter. And with this big lead, it might turn into a clock game where they just try and run the clock out as much as possible.
That Trojan, Nick Emanuel, is patting the players on the back of the head as he is excited for what these players will do in the future. And so the other coaches are just jumping for joy. This lead is insane, and they are absolutely eating it up. Yo, Brody, bro. Good job in the JV game. Yeah, bro, I commentated over it. Yeah. I called you out a lot on that one. A lot of stalling by the refs here as the Trojans come back to the sidelines to talk with Coach Rick Christ. Nobody signaled for a timeout yet. I'm not sure what's happening. Maybe it was a timeout, but we missed it. What? And still talking with Coach Rick Christ, I have to ask, what are your predictions for the Grizzlies and what they're going to try to do here?
With their defense, they're definitely going to try and get a 3 and out. The Trojans had a 3 and out on the first drive of the game and haven't had one since. Offense has been great, but this Grizzlies defense needs to find a way to get a stop on this drive quickly to get the ball back in the offense's hands.
As the Trojans set up with that 3 running back. Wow, he's taking it pretty far down to the 50-yard line, about a 20, 30-yard gain.
Definitely so. Turns out that there was a penalty on the previous play. It was not a penalty. The ball was handed over to the Trojans. They get it on that play, and Evan Clark gets a great run, 30-yard run on 1st down, just past the 50.
As the Trojans set for the next play, still in that 3 running back.
Yep, across 50, and Jonah Crichton gets the ball in the inside zone and is tripped up after a gain of 5. This Trojan team really likes to spread the ball around, especially on the running backs, even carries for the 3 running backs.
I mean, pretty much the Grizzlies defense has to guess 1 in 3 players over there are probably going to get the ball.
Yeah, it's a really dangerous offense,
It's even more confusing when they throw it out wide to Grayson.
Yep. All right, here we go. Quarterback under center. 2nd and 5. Another handoff and a big push, and that will be across the 1st down. Couldn't see who was the rusher there, but a big gain will move the chains. Evan Clark is the ball carrier on that play, so another big gain there, back-to-back for him, as it will be a 1st and 10 just short of the 35.
Most people would leave by now because of the blowout, but this student section is loyal. They will stay here as long as possible just to wait for the game to end because they just love these Trojans out here.
Yeah, I got to show support for this Trojan team as they will now set up on a 1st and 10. Play action pass. Mario DeSalle, he has a catch. 20, makes a juke. 15, 10, 5, and just stopped short. Couldn't get in for the touchdown. But Mario DeSalle makes a great play and a big gain of 30 yards.
What did I tell you? It's even more confusing when they throw it out wide, don't they?
And 2 very successful pass plays for this Trojan offense. That's a lot more than I've seen this year. But it's great to see that this Trojan offense is evolving, and a great play by Mario DeSalle and a great move to get them within the 5.
There was definitely an evolution in this game when they brought out Grayson Tempe and also Mario DeSalle.
So we'll see what the Trojans do to try and punch this in. And that seems to be number 44 for the Trojans. Aiden Shue punches it in for the touchdown. His second touchdown on the year. Aiden Shue punches it in. Extends this Trojan lead again.
Man, these Trojan coaches out here are loving this game. Just absolutely love this game and this record that they're having currently.
Yeah, and you love to see, especially from a team that loves to run the ball, 3 plays, 3 huge run plays. 3 run plays, 3 great run plays, 1 good pass play, and in 4 plays, the Trojans are in the end zone, and this lead is gargantuan now, 50-12.
And Dalton Shaw with the extra point there. You're gonna mic him up?
So after the score, a 38-point lead for the Trojans, and they have absolutely shut this Grizzlies team down. It was a close game in the first quarter, but it is not anymore.
Yeah, and here comes Dalton Shaw to kick after that extra point right there. And the kick is up, and it is pretty deep down here, reaching about the 15 as he rushes it through. He makes it way past their defensive line, and they get it through to about the 37-yard line.
So a good return on that play as the clock ticks down to 18 seconds left in this third quarter. We'll flip the fields in those 18 after those 18 seconds, and we'll have 1 more quarter of football here on Ellison Field.
Yeah, Ellison Field is also just such a great venue. So many places to eat, lots of great sightseeing when it's day. You get to see the view of the mountains in the background. The Sonoma Mountains to be specific, but we're going to get back into this football right here as the Trojans set up.
It is quite aesthetic. Speaking of aesthetic, we got a 4 wide receiver set here for the Grizzlies. Probably be a pass-happy drive. Roll out right, looking for someone. Makes a juke, breaks a tackle, rushes for it. He has momentum. He breaks another tackle, and he's out of bounds after a 25, 40-yard gain.
I would even say that's better than making the pass right there.
Yeah, couldn't find anyone and breaks the sack and rushes for a bunch of yards, gets them across the 50 and even across the 40. Sorry, not across the 40. They're set up at the 40 now as the Grizzlies get an explosive play on first down.
Great smarts there from the quarterback and quick thinking.
So after the great quarterback scramble on first down, they're set up on the opposite side 50 on first down. Jet sweep is a handoff, and it's a good gain of about 5 yards. That triple option coming now from the Grizzlies. As that is the end of the third quarter, we will flip the field and be back for another 12 minutes of football.
And Rocco Capone comes back into the sideline with his offensive team. And Nick Emanuel will be very, very happy with this performance from their defense to hold them back on their scoring.
while we're in the intermission, I want to shout out all the people in TBC that made this possible. This live stream had a bunch of people out here, even for the JV game, to set this up. We even have a few TBC members on the varsity Trojan football team. Hudson Bandazak hasn't gotten the game yet, but we want to shout him out. Did as much as he could before this game to help us out.
Yeah, I would also love to thank our teacher and coordinator, Mr. Dosery. Great job from him.
He's down on the field currently coaching our field cams as the Grizzlies start again. Jet sweep, quarterback keeps it and is wrapped up, but will get the first down inside the 30-yard line now for the Grizzlies.
You could even say that there's 3 head coaches on the field right now. Rick Christ, Mr. Dosery on the Trojan side.
Speaking of, we just talked about Hudson a little while ago. He gets the tackle on that play. So because this is a blowout, we'll see a lot more backups in the game. Jack Hogia might start at quarterback when they get back on offense in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, really just give them a little bit more game experience. As this Trojan lineup sets up.
And the handoff is immediately swallowed up. A huge TFL for this Trojan defensive line. And the Grizzlies are pushed back. Will be a second and long.
And these Trojans are going to set up.
– 11 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. Trojans with a very big lead that they're hoping to keep. I assume when they get the ball, it'll be a lot of shoot clock, but now the Grizzlies out on offense to try and put some more points on the board. They haven't scored yet in this second half.
This is almost as big as and they go, quarterback's looking for a pass, but he runs in, and he is going to be stopped with about a gain of 5 yards there.
Yeah, around a gain of 5 yards in the scramble. They're trying to run some more pass plays, but just simply no one open. Great coverage by the Trojan secondary, and the gain of only 5 brings it to a 3rd and long now for the Grizzlies to keep this drive alive.
These are the type of plays that remind me a lot of Lamar Jackson. Very quick thinking, running in when there's no pass options.
Yep. Very good on the scramble, as now sets up for a 3rd and 7 now for the Grizzlies. Looking to keep this drive alive. Here's the motion. Quarterback keeps it, and he finds a gap. He finds a hole. He might go over the touchdown, and he is in for the touchdown. Number 14, Rocco Capone, doing everything he can for this Grizzlies team. Puts the first points on the board for the Grizzlies in this second half.
Yeah, I would say Rocco Capone is definitely not the reason that the Grizzlies are struggling today. Great quarterback skills from him and great way to lead the offense.
So even though this game is not very close, it's big for team morale to get some touchdowns even late in the game to not make the lead so big. As here comes the PAT, and it is good. It was a blocked PAT on the first score, a go for 2 and fail on the second score, and finally on the third score, they get the kick across, cutting the lead now to 32.
And that kick from Jeter Ruiz Chavez. And the Trojan offense, the Trojan special teams are grouping up with their special teams coaches, getting ready for the receive. Getting ready for the return. Sorry about that. We have about 9 minutes and 45 seconds left on the clock. What do you think is going to happen here, Luca?
I'm guessing it's going to be a lot of chew clock, especially from this Trojan offense. With the run game, they can do it really effectively, get as much clock off the scoreboard on every single play. And I'm assuming from the Grizzlies, there's going to be a lot of pass plays trying to move down the field as fast as possible.
Of course. As this next kick, it's kicked pretty far as Brody Stevens drops it, but he comes back. He finds these gaps. Wow, great footwork from Brody Stevens to not let that drop affect his game.
Gets up just to around the 20 and saves it from being way back inside their own 10. Trojans will set up with the ball. 9:35 left to go with a sizable 31-point lead.
As the Trojan flag is up from the stands. And the Trojan offense is probably going to get ready here. And
some substitutions for the Trojans. Number 24 coming on the field.
number 24, Hudson
Banaszak gets on the field as Jonah Crichton gets the handoff and gets a small gain. Will be a second and long for the Trojans.
My apologies, Hudson Banaszak. Sorry about that.
Yeah, we got a lot of very confusing names on both sides of the ball here for the Trojans and for the Grizzlies. Small gain there will be a 2nd and 9 now for the Trojans. Handoff going again and is swallowed up immediately. Great blocking, but Hudson Banaszak couldn't exactly go anywhere. Got swallowed up immediately.
And I would also like to give a good shout out to these cheerleaders out here. They've been out here for a while now, just putting on a performance for us up in the stands. About 8 minutes and 10 seconds left on the clock. It's snapped, handed off, and he doesn't get far before being taken down. It's looking like a gain of about 2-3 yards here. And the Trojans getting ready to set up for the next play.
So after that third down stop by the Grizzlies, the Trojans will punt it away on 4th and 5.
Good. A little short there. And it's out of bounds. And the Trojan defense will come out right now.
Here now comes the Grizzlies offense looking to score again after the touchdown on the last drive. They're already on the right side of the 50-yard line, so here's a run play right up the middle in the inside zone, but it goes nowhere. It'll be a 2nd and long coming up.
This is looking like a clear blowout here. About 20-50, 19-50, actually. Let's see what these Grizzlies can do right here.
Yep, as the clock ticks down just to about 6 minutes left in this game. Grizzlies looking to score again and make the lead not as bad as the slant is caught, and a good gain will be a first down for the Grizzlies across the 30-yard line.
Yeah, really, Rocco Capone trying everything in his power just not to get blown out here. Rocco Capone is a certainly great addition to this offense here.
Yeah, he's been the one bright spot on this Grizzlies offense. Though those out routes early in the game were a bit ugly, he's hitting the slants and he's rushing for a lot of yards. As now they will set up on first down on the 27-yard line. And another handoff is stopped immediately. It will be a TFL for the Trojans as the Grizzlies will be pushed back for a 2nd 11.
And these home fans are still here waiting for that clock to run out because they are loyal. And there's a big cheer from the crowd right here.
Yeah, everyone here at Petaluma High School. Really grateful to have a very good football team and a very good football team to cheer for, as the Grizzlies will set up now on 2nd and 11.
Defense getting set.
Here's a snap, play action, looking deep. Oh, almost gets sacked, but breaks out of it. Trying another break sack, and he has some space and is tackled. Looks to be on a gain of 6 yards. I don't know how he got out of a sack there, but he gains a lot on that play.
Honestly, great footwork there from Rocco Capone. Certainly the brightest spot on this Grizzlies offense.
Yeah, avoided 2 sacks there that would have put the Grizzlies on a 3rd and very, very long, but now it makes it a 3rd and manageable.
Yeah, Rocco does not give up at all when it comes to these types of plays.
So now on a 3rd and 4, here comes the Grizzlies offense looking to keep this drive alive. Snaps a bit low, looks on the slant, and dropped right through his fingers. Number 19, Fabrico Palafox with the drop.
Pass incomplete across the middle. That's going to bring up 4th down.
So, Luca, as the clock winds down, what are you thinking about this next game?
So here, let me see who it's against. We'll check
After
the
this next
schedule.
play.
Fourth down as the Grizzlies will go for it. 4th and 4. It's low snap, looking right, rolls out right. He'll run for it. Oh no, he'll pass for it and overthrown and out of bounds. And it will be a turnover on downs. Trojans will get it back with 3 minutes left in this 4th quarter, and I guarantee you will be a few run plays to chew this clock out, and that will almost guaranteed be the game. 50-19 looks to be the final score with 2.5 minutes left in this game.
Yeah, that one slipped right out of his fingers as he jumped up to grab it. Unfortunate here.
So the next game for the Trojans is away at American Canyon next Friday. American Canyon is a decent football team, but the Trojans do have a better record and have beaten better teams. After that, it will be Tamalpais at home the week after that on the 31st on Halloween. Wonder how many people are going to show up for that. I believe that's also senior night for the Trojans, as here's another run play. And a good push forward for about 4 yards, as I was saying. I believe that's senior night at home against Tamalpais. And then finally, the last game of the season on November 8th at Petaluma High School, the Egg Bowl versus Casa Grande.
Make sure you definitely show up for that one because the spirit from both sides is crazy. Since they're such close teams, they're practically across the river right here.
Yeah, and it's across the river and across the freeway. And both of those teams have a long history. Petaluma recently celebrated their 150th anniversary just a few years ago, as a big tackle there on the TFL will force 3rd down as the clock ticks to 1:30.
Yeah, I'm hoping for that Trojan luck on senior night during Halloween. I hope everybody comes in their costumes.
Yeah, usually what happens in that game, especially on Halloween, is we'll have a lot of people here in the first half and they'll thin out as the night goes on, but we'll see how that happens. The Egg Bowl is going to be so special, though. We will be live streaming it here on TBC, but what I love about it is how the entire town shows up. Every single seat will be filled for that game because people who don't even care about football, don't care about high school sports, will show up because it's such a historic game. As it seems that the Trojans will just chew the clock down as low as possible. Yep. A kneel from the Trojans. That will put it to 4th down, and they'll let this clock run out. 30 seconds to go, and that will be the game. Your final score, Trojans 50, Grizzlies 19. A great blowout win for the Trojans. We will look to American Canyon next week. Thank you so very much for tuning in to Trojan Broadcast Channel. My name is Luca Palermo.
And I'm Aaron Rengebar. And from all of us at TBC, stay safe out there, Trojans, and make it a great day.
Teams will head to the sidelines and shake hands in the middle of the field. Happy homecoming, everybody.